Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Pat Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. Spiked down just below our 62.51 level, rebounding nicely to top the rotation zone and coming back down, actually spiking up. These levels were invalid once we had this spike down. This spike down occurred before it went up. I can drop to the 1 hour chart. So you see how it broke down and then actually opened on the 1 hour bar pretty much on our level, then skyrocketed up. It's still interesting that it did react at our 64.15 level, but these levels were invalidated by that time because it broke the pattern of the double. This then became a multiple bottom. It was a 1 bottom, 2 bottom, 3 bottom, and this broke the pattern. So those levels are invalid. We can then take this down to the next levels, but I'm going to use the longer term levels. I'm going to switch back to the 4 hour chart first off. I'm just going to use the longer term levels for here. So what we can do instead is, if we do continue a rally, we can start using this spike down low to see our next levels higher. So you can still see, let me zoom in again. Rotation zone still holding, weakening a bit. This might have been the shakeout move for the low, temporary low. So if we do get above, especially on the closing basis of about 63.90, then we're watching 64.17, 64.39, and 64.61 as the key levels based off the 4 hour chart. Let's switch over to the daily chart and see where we stand. So you can see also that this very key support that held back on September 17th and 18th, held on October 11th and 12th, just held again. So this is a very clear line in the sand that you don't want to see a close below. If we do see a close below about 62.20, then we'll be watching for 61.44 and then a major area of 60.75 to 6100. You see here, if we can get above, the 8's coming down. Let me zoom in a bit. 8's just below this 64.40 level. So if we can get above the 8, then this easily takes us into the rotation zone. But the major resistance based off the daily now is at 6,500, top of the declining rotation zone and a prior Gann level and the nice round number. So that's, if we do rally, that's going to be major resistance. So if you did do any long or bottom picking here, make sure you take profits or aggressively move up your stops, especially as we approach 6,500. Switching over to Ethereum. Also, Ethereum, you can see, broke down. This is the 1 hour chart before it broke up. So these levels were also invalidated. Let me just remove them. You can also see it came down just below this 193 level, down to 193.10. We had 193.25, and then strong reaction back up. Let's switch over to the 4 hour chart. So here's our 4 hour chart, just closing above the rotation zone. We can also use these levels to project the next levels higher. Remember, we want to use the 12 and 25 projections. So based off of, if we get another close above about 200, I'm really need to close above 200. I'll be watching for 201.16 minor resistance, then about 202 to 202.16, then 203.17, which takes us back to the bottom of this prior support becoming resistance. Let's verify it with the daily chart. So daily chart, zooming in on there, you can see that this 203.17 level, you can see that's been very key support, which is now very key resistance. And if it does get through there, the next major level of resistance is about 206.45. If we break down back below 193, then we'll be watching for about 191. Then major support coming in at 189 to 189.50. So we have for you on Ethereum and Bitcoin, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.